Okay. All right. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and our esteemed corporate members, please, if you're outside, can you please come in as we're about to start the national anthem? Please, let's have our seats. All right. Please, let's have our seats. We prepared the seats for you as our distinguished guests. May I please ask that we please stand on our feet? Thank you. As we take the national anthem. Are you ready? Please. Thank you. Please, let's have our seats. Before we go into the recognition of dignities, may I please call on the Registrar and Chief Executive, Ms. Oluwatoyin Naiwo, for the Institute's Code of Conduct. And after that, we will go ahead to the recognition of our dignitaries. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone, to all our corporate members. Good morning. Good morning to those online. Good morning. The President and Chairman of the Governing Council, Mallam Ahmed Ladan Gobir, FCIPM, FNLI. The Vice President, Mrs. Chidima Obiejesi, FCIPM. The National Treasurer, Mrs. Ogochukwu Egbuonu, FCIPM. The immediate past president, Mr. Oluchi Mojid, FCIPM, FNLI. Elected council members here present or joining us online. Distinguished fellows of the Institute here present, also joining us online. Governing council members. Our guest speaker for today, Mrs. Lilian Somiari, FCIPM. All our corporate members joining us here physically and online as well. Members of the press, HQ staff, good morning once again. And I can't hear you say good morning. I think it's too cold. Should we turn up the heat in the room? And can we have you on mute if you're online as well? We're saying good morning to you. Thank you very much for joining us at the 2025 CIPM Corporate Members Forum. We're glad to welcome you. Apologies for starting late. We were ready for you. We're just waiting for you to turn up. In CIPM's character, we would always start on time, but I guess people were held up in traffic. But all the same, we're set to go. So good morning once again, and thank you for joining us today. We do appreciate you. May I ask that we all please rise as we take the Institute's Code of Conduct and you recite after me. And if you're an individual member, when you get to I, you do that, put your name and your membership grade. Thank you. Our conduct. The Chartered Institute of Personnel Management of Nigeria. Please, can I have a couple of people online on mute so we know you're following us and you're with us and recite with us? Thank you. The Chartered Institute of Personnel Management of Nigeria.
Institute of Personnel Management of Nigeria.
As the apex regulatory body for human resource management practice in Nigeria.
As the apex regulatory body for human resource management practice in Nigeria.
Is committed to the highest possible standards.
Is committed to the highest possible standards
of professional conduct.
Of professional conduct.
Competency among its members.
And competency among its members.
Therefore, as a member of the Institute,
Therefore, as a member of the Institute, I, Tegadlin Oluchi CIPM,
pledge that I shall at all times.
Pledge that I shall at all times
carry out my duties and responsibilities.
Carry out my duties and responsibilities
with integrity and diligence.
With integrity and diligence.
Demonstrate competence and ethical behavior.
Demonstrate competence and ethical behavior.
In all my business.
In all my business.
Professional. And personal activities.
And personal activities.
Respect the laws of the land.
Respect the laws of the land.
Promote, encourage, and in place acceptable processes.
Promote, encourage, and in place acceptable processes.
And procedures in the practice of human resource management.
And procedures in the practice of human resource management.
Within my sphere of influence.
Within my sphere of influence.
Endeavor to make personal decisions.
Endeavor to make personal decisions.
After considering all options.
After considering all options.
Of which resignation may be one.
Of which resignation may be one.
In defense of this code of conduct.
In defense of this code of conduct.
Where there are conflicts.
Between
my professional obligations.
Between my professional obligations.
And the expectations of my job roles.
And the expectations of my job roles.
So help me God.
So
amen. Thank you very much. You may be seated.
Amen.
Thank you. First of all, we must appreciate everyone that are present here, for every corporate members, those that have taken time out of their busy schedule to be here. We say thank you for coming and thank you for honoring our invitation. Please, a round of applause for yourself. Thank you so very much. We are so happy to see you. Right about now, I'm going to recognize some dignitaries that we have in our midst, and I'll be starting with the President and the Chairman of the Governing Council of CIPM, Mallam Ahmed Ladan Gobir, FCIPM FNLI. Thank you, sir. And also the Vice President, Mrs. Chidima Justina Obiejese, FCIPM. They are joining us soon. The National Treasurer, Mrs. Ogochukwu Egbonu, FCIPM. The immediate past President, Mr. Oluchi Mojid, FCIPM FNLI. The Registrar and the Chief Executive, Ms. Oluwatoyin Naiwo, FCIPM. And our elected council, Mr. Adeyemi Ajayi, FCIPM. I'm going to be fast about it. Dr. Michael Hogu, MCIPM. Mrs. Saidatu Farouk, MCIPM. Mr. Omole Osaho, FCIPM. And Mr. Sean Olabode Baduru, MCIPM. And to our distinguished members that are here, you are our guests. You are the distinguished people that we are so honored to have here today. And thank you so much for coming. So the online participants, we have over, 20 online participants here. Okay, so that's our elected council member, Mr. Adeyemi Ajayi. Thank you for being here, sir. And thank you to the branch chairman, committee of councils. Thank you all for coming. Without further ado, let me call on the president and the chairman of the governing council for his opening remark. Over to you, sir.
The Vice President, Mrs. Chidima Justina Obiejese, FCIPM, and National Treasurer, Mrs. Ogochukwu Egbonu, FCIPM, the Registrar and Chief Executive, Ms. Oluwatoyin Naiwo, FCIPM, our immediate past President, Mr. Oluchi Mojid, FCIPM, FNLI, our elected council members, Adeyemi Ajayi, FCIPM, Dr. Michael Ogu, MCIPM, Comrade Osaho Omole, MCIPM, Hajia Sahadatu Farouk, MCIPM, Engineer Sean Olabode Baduru, MCIPM, members of the Governing Council, fellows of our esteemed institute, our distinguished guests, Lilian, Oluchi, Somiari, FCIPM, General Manager, Strategy and Organization and Performance, TotalEnergies EP Nigeria Limited, our distinguished corporate members, and I crave your indulgence that you excuse me that I will not be recognizing you individually, but we are all very much appreciated. Esteemed members of the Institute, members of the press, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you all once again. There is this timeless African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, you go alone. But if you want to go far, you must join forces with others, whether in business, in politics, or even in the Lagos traffic. When danfos create their own lane, everywhere you look in Nigeria, one lesson stands out clearly. No one succeeds in isolation. Even the danfo boss cannot run without a driver, a conductor, and passengers working sometimes chaotically together. It is the same in business, in politics, and in life itself. As the proverb reminds us, no single tree makes a forest. And just as no single raindrop creates a flood, No single enterprise can sustain itself in isolation. This is why we are here today, because in our nation's business landscape, strategy and strategic collaboration is no longer a choice. It is the very oxygen of sustainability. It is the rhythm that keeps enterprises alive, the bridge between vision and reality, and the force that transforms survival into enduring success. As Peter Drucker once said, the best way to predict the future is to create it. And in Nigeria, we will not create that future by standing alone. We will create it by joining hands, sharing strengths, and building together. Nigeria is a land of paradoxes. Nigeria is one of the largest economies in Africa, though its ranking can fluctuate based on rebasing. Yet, it is still struggling with unemployment, hovering around 6% in the urban area and 4.3% in the rural areas as of 2024. A country with over 200 million people, where small businesses, about 96% of enterprises, create 84% of jobs. Yet, many of these businesses collapse within their first 5 years. Why? Because while we have the numbers, we often lack the networks. Sustainability without collaboration is like trying to cook jollof rice without pepper. It might be possible, no doubt, but it will be tasteless and unpalatable. And for those of you who have gone to East Africa or South Africa, when they prepare their own jollof, they serve it with something they call gravy. And I keep wondering, when they put it there, it's bland. And I'm like, this is not the kind of jollof rice that we know in Nigeria, right? So for businesses, we must work together to cook that jollof rice. They said that the best way to predict the future is to create it, like we said earlier. And in our context, we create it not by standing alone, but by joining hands. Business to business, HR to strategy, and private sector to public policy. Our theme today, driving business sustainability through strategic collaborations. Insights from the Nigerian business landscape could not be more timely. The Nigerian business terrain is tough, but also full of opportunities. Collaboration is a currency of the future. Whether through joint ventures, supply chain integration, or shared talent pipelines, sustainability depends on how well we partner. So today we are greatly honored to have with us an exceptional thought leader, Mrs. Lilian Oluchi Somiari, FCIPM, from TotalEnergies EP Nigeria Limited. We are deeply grateful that despite your demanding schedule, you chose to be with us today. We look forward to the wealth of knowledge you will share on how strategic collaborations can be a game changer in the Nigerian business ecosystem. Our dear corporate members and professional colleagues, let me at this juncture seize this opportunity to extend to you all a special invitation to the 57th International Conference and Exhibition of our institute very soon. And I say very soon, in less than 2 months. The world will converge here in Nigeria from the 27th to 30th of October 2025 at the Bola Ahmed Tinubu International Conference Center in Abuja. That conference center will transform into the epicenter of ideas, networking, and innovations in people management. You simply cannot afford to miss it. It will be the place where the present meets the future of work, and it will be the conference. I encourage you not only to attend, but also to send your teams to this great knowledge hub. In closing, let us remember this African proverb. When the roots are deep, there is no reason to fear the wind. Collaboration deepens our roots, anchors our businesses, and ensures that no storm can sweep us away. Collaboration is our lifeline. our resilience, and our passport to sustainable growth in Nigeria. Once again, I warmly welcome you all to this forum and ask you all to sit tight, fasten your seatbelts, engage deeply, and let us create the future together. Thank you all, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, sir. There are two things I picked from the president's message, something about jollof rice, and you know, when there's no pepper, it's not well seasoned. Yeah. Yes, and I also picked that when the roots are deep, who can complete it? Thank you so much, Ma. And that's coming from our keynote speaker. All right, before we call on our distinguished keynote speaker to speak on today's theme, I would also like to acknowledge some of our branch chairmen that are here virtually. I have the branch chairman of Cross River State, Mrs. Adiola Ogunyaki, ACIPM, the branch chairman of Delta State, Mrs. Tega, MCIPM, the branch chairman of Kaduna State, Mr. Emmanuel Ogunbiyi, ACIPM, the branch chairman of Ogunbuyi, ACIPM, apologies, the branch chairman of Ogun State, Mrs. Oladuni Adetono, ACIPM, and the branch chairman of CIPM. Who knows that we have a branch in diaspora? No, you know, sir. My director of membership knows that. How many branches do we have outside of the country? Anyone who can help me? Thank you. Please, can you let me come over to you. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. How many branches do we have outside of Nigeria?
3 branches.
Can you mention them?
UK, Canada, and US.
Yes, please, a round of applause for her. We are global. We are not playing on the national field. We are now global. So we have the branch chairman of the United States of America right here with us, Pastor Gabriel Oluchi B, FCIPM. Yes. So we also have the chairman of Committee of Council. We have the membership, chairman of the membership committee, Mr. Adedeji Omotayo, MCIPM. We also have the chairman of the HR and Governance Committee, Mr. Sunday Adebayo, MCIPM. We see you, FCIPM, FCIPM. I don't know why I didn't get the FCIPM, FCIPM. All right, so the vice president is also here virtually, Mrs. Chidimobe Jesse. We see you, Ma, and we see everyone online, including our elected council member. So right about now, permit me, okay, I'm also going to mention some corporate members that are here with us in this room. Thank you all for coming. We have the Kimberly Rand Limited, Certification Edge, FitSyn, TotalEnergies, Seplat, Femi Watch Limited. Thank you, thank you. P4PE Limited, Motal G Nigeria, Redeemers University, UNICAF. And okay, we will continue to call as we receive the names of the organizations that are present here. So I'm going to right now read the profile of our keynote speaker, Mrs. Lilian Oluchi Somiari, FCIPM, who is the General Manager, Strategy, Organization, and Performance. Mrs. Lilian Oluchi, TotalEnergies. Mrs. Lilian Oluchi Somiari is the General Manager, Strategy, Organization, and Performance at TotalEnergies EP Nigeria Limited. She holds a bachelor degree in Mathematics and Computer Science from the Federal University of Technology, Owerri, and a master's in Global HR Management from the University of Liverpool, United Kingdom. She started her career as an IT network and systems engineer and later made a career change in resources. With over 24 years multinational experience in HR and business process improvement, Mrs. Lilian has worked in various capacities, and today she leads a multidisciplinary team of people managing human resources, processes and technology, people strategy formulation, organization design, recruitment and manpower planning, regulatory intelligence, performance management and reward system. She's also responsible for the diversity, equity, and inclusion function, driving well-being and a good place to work initiatives. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. As a fellow of the only regulatory body for human resource management in Nigeria, CIPM, and an industry thought leader, she has contributed to the improvement of the HR discipline practice and continues to mentor and coach young professionals to build capacity for Nigeria. She's also a chartered member of the CIPD in UK. By the way, we have a mutual recognition of membership with CIPD in UK. Who knows about anyone? Thank you, Ma. No one knows that we have a mutual recognition of membership. CIPD. And then another one, we also have a mutual recognition of membership with another body. Not SHRM. World HR Forum. No, World HR Forum is a forum, like a conference. It's not an association. Or do you mean WFPMA? All right. Apart from CIPD, which other professional institution? Oh my God. CPHR Canada, thank you. All right, Mrs. Lilian supports several foundations and NGO committed to improving well-being of members of our society while also contributing to capacity building initiatives in various communities. Ladies and gentlemen, permit me to welcome our distinguished keynote speaker, a fellow of the only regulatory body for human resource management in Nigeria. By the way, it's not easy to be a fellow in CIPM. Mrs. Lilian Somiari, FCIPM. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Esther. It takes a lot of competence to call out those names the way you call them out. I don't think I would have done as well as you. Thank you so much. Before I start, there are some things I would like to say. We heard them from our president. He said, if you want to go far, you go collaborate with others. And he said that not collaborating is like cooking jollof rice without pepper. And he also said that collaboration deepens our roots. So he said that when the roots are deep, you don't fear the wind, you don't fear the storm. So that's what collaboration does for us. So I'll start now by recognizing our president and chairman of the Governing Council, Mallam Ahmed Ladan Gobir, FCIPM, FNLR, and permit me to stand on existing protocol. I recognize all your leadership, sir, all your leadership team members. I recognize the members of council. I recognize our own registrar and CE, my very good friend, by the way. I recognize you, madam. And my colleagues here and online, I thank you, and I thank the president and the institute for this privilege to be able to stand before you to share some thoughts on the topic that we are going to be covering today. So as corporate members, I think we must understand that our role is really critical, not just for our organizations, but for our country, Nigeria. And I think that as responsible employers, we have always, been part of growing this institute because our country needs our participation and our collaboration. So I have some slides. Maybe I'll have to look this way. Okay, so I'll start now, dear colleagues. So the topic that I was given is driving business sustainability through strategic collaborations. So, when we talk about that, I started with looking at the business context, and some of which our president has also mentioned. So I can't see the slide, so I don't know if you're advancing. The next one, please. So if we take a look at the business context, it starts, by looking at various aspects of our context as Nigeria today. And in relation to the topic that we are discussing, if we look at what is strategic about collaboration, is there anything strategic about it? And when we talk about strategy, we talk about intentionality. We talk about intentionality. For a long time, organizations have always collaborated. Organizations have known that they need to collaborate even internally to succeed. You know, that's why organizations differ from markets. If we go to K2 market, there's a reason why it's called a market. And there's a reason why we have CIPM. There's a reason why we have CEPLAT. There's a reason why we have TotalEnergies. Organizations exist to coordinate the economic activity of individuals, of teams. So, but today you can see that even the markets are getting organized, because you have the yellow jar of this market, you have the president. So even the markets are seeing that they too need to get organized. So what does that mean? It means that as organizations, they have structures that ensure that teams know what they do, know how they need to interface to drive the business. Now, sustainability is now what will make that business succeed for the long haul. So we need to now find out what are those factors? What are those factors that will make it possible for this business to remain? I think you could go back to the previous slide, please. So it's an imperative. To be sustainable is no more an option. It's no longer an option. It's a key imperative for growth and for survival. We need to be sustainable to survive. In fact, there are organizations today, if you want to do business in certain countries, they need to see that you are contributing to their sustainability goals as a country or as a region. Then our president talked about Nigeria as a very large economy, but he also mentioned that Nigeria is a land of paradoxes, and those paradoxes we see every day. So in this large economy, we have a lot of issues we see around regulation, we see around compliance globally, and even regionally in Africa. So being a large economy provides a lot of opportunities for us, but we have to deal with those paradoxes he talked about. Then for collaboration, therefore, it is a business imperative, like he has told us. If you cook jollof rice without pepper, you're not going to have any nice, it's not going to taste nice. So what then is collaboration? It's intentionally partnering with teams, with organizations, with the government, institutions to achieve a long-term goal. So that collaboration, for it to be strategic, it means it has to be intentional, and there has to be those partnerships he talked about. And permit me to say that this collaboration, if you can't collaborate inside as an organization, how do you collaborate externally with others? So it's a skill that every organization should master internally before you even begin to talk about external collaboration. Then what's our role as HR? We know that a lot of successes in the organization is driven by HR. HR plays a critical role in now ensuring that sustainability is embedded in the organizational culture, in the policies and the people practices that will drive that success that we want. So I think I'm getting it, sorry. So now, what are the key challenges to business sustainability? In our environment, we have heard some of it. We have gaps in resources, and some of those gaps is not the availability for manpower, it's not availability of the people. We hear people talk about underemployment, unemployment. Even though the statistics will tell us some kind of percentages, but we know when you go to your family, when you go to your neighborhood, you know that the percentages are quite high when you plug them yourself. So we have people, but how qualified are they for the skills that organizations require today? More and more as HR practitioners, we are hearing employers saying that they can't really find some of the key skills, critical skills that they need to do their business. And of course, infrastructure, we all know about infrastructure. If you ask business people, even the SMEs, our president talked about what is the major challenge that they face. It has a lot to do with infrastructure, power, things like that. So our regulatory environment, we know how complex it is. Policies change, regulations change. So that also impacts the business and the operations. So you can imagine businesses that have plans, short-term, long-term plans, but these changes impact them. So these are some of the challenges we have. Then of course, the governance structures in place that puts the necessary controls for compliance, for monitoring, for adhering to laws, and even for the laws to be kind of stable to enable the business. those are some of the challenges that organizations face, that we face. Insecurity, economic instability, we see fluctuations that pose, challenges to maintaining sustainable business success. So these challenges are real, and I know that almost all of us here can attest to that. These challenges, we face them every day. So I'll now move on to the characteristics, and I will say maybe the requirements for strategic collaborations. We heard some of it already from our president and chairman of the governing council. The first one he talked about is the common purpose. So for us to collaborate, it's important that we have a shared purpose. We have a common purpose. It can be anything. It can be any need. It can be the need technology we require that we don't have, but we have another collaborator that has it, and we have the man. An electrical engineer who I know, and he said, "Oh, I'm going to get you this brand. It's a German brand." So when you hear German brand, most people think of, very rugged and durable and things like that. So these are some of the things that people benefit. So, and he said, "I'm getting you this brand." Is a brand, is a subsidiary of LG. So you can see that a new startup can decide to partner with another one because of their brand equity, and that would help in marketing their products. Okay, so I think the slides will come on, but I'll just go on because of time. So what are the benefits? The benefits of collaborating strategically for business sustainability. So I've put down quite a few. So we have the social and environmental impact. Benefits of strategic collaboration for business sustainability. One is social and environmental impact. I remember when I went to Ilado last year, one of our company activities or campaigns to reduce bottles in the ocean. So I volunteered to go to pick bottles from Ilado Beach. So there was a company, there's a company that gathers bottles, and I think they recycle those bottles. So you see that kind of company, is an idea, is an SME. So that kind of company collaborating with a bigger company whose goal is to fulfill their targets in contributing to protecting the environment by running several of these campaigns a year. So when we all got there, they shared us in groups. So you have a target of the number of bottles you have to pick, right? So when we picked all that under the guidance of this NGO, they had all the bottles they needed. The company provided the transportation to Ilado Beach, So you can't ask a small company to provide a boat that will carry tens of, they can't afford that. this NGO is able to fulfill their mission. And as a company, we are also able to contribute to our SDG goals by helping to reduce the waste that goes into the seas and affects the fish and things like that. And the truth of the matter is that in some cases, your investors want to see that. Some investors have said that if you are not going to be contributing to carbon emission reduction, if you are not going to be contributing to your host community, they don't want to do business with you. So you see, there's mutual benefit for the long term to collaborate with such organizations. So I'll give you some examples. So this is an example of social and environmental impact. Then another one is innovation and knowledge sharing. So you can see startups, you can see the academia, you know, where people who are, you know, maybe they are sponsored by the government, the funds are limited, but you see organizations coming, or even two organizations, one has a better technology, one has a know-how, and you can partner and collaborate, sharing your resources, and then also by so doing, developing the know-how of your workforce. Then of course, resource optimization, we can't overemphasize that. When we collaborate, we share resources, we share expertise, we share infrastructure, we reduce duplication, we reduce costs, we improve efficiencies when we, you know, share resources, we optimize the resources. Then of course, market expansion and resilience. So when we collaborate, we are even able to enter new markets. And for those that are already in certain markets, you can expand. You can imagine LG. I think there's a TV, I don't know if it's Hisense or one of these ones, that come under the umbrella of one of these big ones. So you can imagine if a company, the parent company had 4% or 10% of the market share, with that introduction, it can go to 12% or 15%. So definitely there is market expansion for us. There is visibility for those that need to be more visible. You can imagine when they say this one is a partner of this big company, it can open doors for such businesses, and it makes the business resilient. Because when you're being supported by stronger backbones, then it means that you can take more risks that you'd have taken if you are going on your own. That makes you more resilient. You're trying to bring up the slides, right? Okay, so I hope you're following without the slides. Okay, so my next slide, which I'm seeing and you're not seeing, talks about harnessing technology for enhanced collaboration. So technology today is really at the heart of collaboration. Technology is at the heart of collaboration. So we have people implementing cloud-based platforms. So you could have, maybe you're just working on your own. You could collaborate with companies that already have such platforms in the cloud. What does that mean? It means that, you know, even though you don't have that technology, this company has this technology. It means that your teams can work virtually from anywhere. And you don't have to bother about having servers that are house, expensive infrastructure that you have to use to house your data. And even, you know, you don't have to invest in fault tolerance systems that have to ensure your backup. You know, one of the things I learned as a network systems engineer, then supporting networks for First Bank and all these big banks, you find that when they run their backups, one is in Kaduna, they will keep another one in Enugu, they will keep, because if there's flood in the whole of the South, they must be able to recover with the data, you know, in the country. So those fault tolerance systems that make sure that no matter the fault, no matter the disaster, these institutions can still recover and run are very expensive. So you can imagine when they are shared, it brings to efficiency and cost savings. Then of course, using data analytics, you know, it provides insights to help us monitor our sustainability matrices. How are we performing? Adopting digital communication will also help us to foster transparent stakeholder engagements. I know even CIPM, in the last few years, you've seen that our digital communication is, I mean, as a member of CIPM, you can't say you don't have information. In fact, you will say you have information overload. Because even when we go to our conferences now, you are there and we are showing ourselves all over the world where we are, what we are doing, you know, and CIPM has really come a long way. Please, let's give ourselves a hand of applause, and thanks to our leadership and all the staff of the Institute. Then of course, we'll leverage of the Internet of Things to optimize energy consumption, resource management. So the Internet of Things where you have systems connected. So that means that, I mean, you've seen where a robot is doing an operation in another continent for somebody who is in another continent. So these things, collaboration, hospitals collaborating on research, on new technologies to cure diseases. So the Internet of Things has come to stay, and these are some of the things that collaboration will enable us. So for me, it's important to just know that there's no limit to collaboration. But the key thing is, what is your vision? Where do you want to go? What is your objective? And then who are those partners that have that shared vision and can be trusted to synergize with you? So of course, collaboration promotes innovation through software sharing, knowledge sharing, and so on. So even infrastructure. So I gave some examples of successful strategic collaborations. Are you with me? Don't worry about I hope you're understanding me, are you not? Okay. So I gave some examples of successful strategic collaborations. One of them is the IPES. Does anybody know about the IPES? Institute of Petroleum and Energy Studies. This is an institute that is over 2 decades old, established in 2003, which is a unique collaboration between the NNPC TotalEnergies sponsored joint venture with Uniport and the Institut Français Pétrolier en France. So the IFP school is the topmost petroleum engineering school in France. And then with the sponsorship of TotalEnergies and NNPC, this institute was developed in 2003 under Uniport. And what happens, the company has industry lecturers. So you have industry lecturers that are part of the faculty. So you have people who are working in the office, but they are part of faculty for specific disciplines like fluid engineering, like reservoir engineering, and things like that. And then the TotalEnergies and NNPC sponsors this program. I can tell you today that the graduates of that institute are leaders all over the world. Some of them are running multinational energy organizations. Today, with the numbers that have been churned out from there, they are supplying the industry in Nigeria. And likewise, Shell. Shell also has the one for the explorationists with the University of Benin. So these engineers, when they come out, I'm talking of the top, and there's a scramble to get them. And the good thing is that in the last half a decade, you've seen them being injected into NNPC as well. And you can see the value that they're bringing. So there's capacity building for Nigeria. So this is a successful, an example of a successful strategic collaboration that is advancing the knowledge in the industry. So if you see some of these indigenous because they can run end-to-end whole process from the reservoir to the gas burner, they can run it. So that's one example. And I have another example of CIPM. I used to know it as ready to market. I don't know if you see called ready to market. Yes, okay. So CIPM partners with corporate stakeholders through its ready to market program to equip HR graduates with the workforce. I have handled modules in the CIPM ready to market. I handled modules on performance management and all that. And with that collaboration, CIPM finds internship slots with the corporate bodies after training these people, put them on internship, and then push them into the market. There you have well-built, competent professionals for the Nigerian market, HR professionals that can be trusted to have the right knowledge. Because I know when I was chairman of the Professional Code and Ethics Committee, we had a case where people that were brought to the institute, where somebody just does an offense, before you know it, they are publishing, these companies run by small multinationals are publishing people's pictures in the just decides to even leave. And they just publish their pictures in the newspaper and declare them wanted, things like that and all that, you know? So these things were brought to the institute, and that's why we need, as HR professionals, to really collaborate with the institute for the protection of this practice in Nigeria. because it's not easy, because we know our system, the paradoxes that our president talked about, but we have to start from somewhere and just do our best, and little by little we'll get there. So the last example I have is the OPTS, which is the Oil Producers Trade Section, which is a body that has the energy majors and the independent oil companies that collaborate through several subcommittees, you know, that share regulatory and fiscal issues, will come together with common issues to address them with the authorities or with bodies that can push our case to also influence policy. For the HR subcommittee, our own very FCIPM, Steve Oj, is the chairman of the OPTS HR subcommittee. And through this committee, we've contributed to the PIA, the new act, the Petroleum Industry Act. Then even the issue that we had last year with the expatriate employee levy, with the collaboration with NECA, we were able to, you know, convince the government to put a stop to that new levy. And we've been able to influence policies even with the Ministry of Interior on the immigration handbook. We made contributions to it. And even the ongoing one with the Minister of Labor and Productivity, I don't remember, so we are contributing to policy in Nigeria through these various collaborations, because those policies impact our business. So imagine if the EEL was just thrown in, that can take your costs from $5,000 to $100,000, which you didn't budget for, and which you have to explain to your investors, you know, to spend those kind of monies. So these are some of the examples that I've shared in my presentation on strategic collaborations that are successful. And I know that there are so many. I hear of some with the British American Tobacco and some solar companies, small solar companies, to provide electricity in Nigeria. I know that last year TotalEnergies had everybody, you vote for your village or a school in your village where you can contribute. For every lamp you contribute, the company will contribute one. So if we get 100, the company will buy 100, and there will be a vote, and those solar lamps will be sent to the school that is drawn at the end, and will be given particularly to the children in the exam class, in the exam year, either primary 6 or SS2 and SS3 and so on. So even inside, these are some of the things we can do. Not only will we be collaborating, we'll also be contributing to the ESG and SDG goals that our company subscribes to. So what then is our role in business sustainability? So we play a private role as HR people. As HR people, I mentioned that our company has goals. So those SDG goals, we ensure that the practices and the alignment of these, you know, collaborations tie into these targets that we have as a company. It helps to drive employee engagement. You can imagine if I'm seeing that my village is being lighted up, you know, because of, and the company is contributing, my whole village is lighted up, children can go to school, can read, I'll be more engaged, I'll be happy. So it also helps, you know, to drive diversity, equity, and inclusion. Today we hear about, you know, making sure that the workplace will have a lot of collaboration, CIPM and site savers, where, you know, you have to make sure your office environment is conducive for people that have sites, that have disabilities. So I know we just signed an MOU with site savers, I think this year or last year. This year or last year. So of course, training and development, you know, collaborating, you know, across teams. I talked about that already. So HR can play a vital role in facilitating that collaboration, in facilitating the partnerships. In fact, for the IPES I told you about with Uniport, the HR director is the chairman of the board of IPS. The director of country services is chairman of the board, and the HR manager sits on that board. So that's how far, you know, our role can go in this kind of collaborations. Then of course, we'll recognize innovation. As HR, recognition is something we are very used to. It's what we do. We manage reward systems. So we can also use that as to contribute to building sustainability in the business, where these kind are dead. So I think just before my last slide, so how can you create collaborations for your business? How can you now, create these strategic collaborations for your business sustainability? So the first I have here is to identify your shared goals. Identify your shared goals as you're looking for partners, for businesses, for NGOs, the academia, government. Ensure that your goals are well aligned with your sustainability objectives. Then map your stakeholders, engage your stakeholders, be they internal or external. Then you need to build trust, of course. You need to build trust, build the right foundation for any collaboration. There needs to be trust and collaboration and transparency. So create solutions that work. Collaborate on designing the sustainable solutions. One person cannot do it alone. So you also co-create the solutions. Then leverage existing platforms. So join industry associations like CIPM, like NECA, I believe we are all there. So leverage on these existing platforms because we don't have to reinvent the wheel. Some things have been done. Why fix it if it's not broken? So there are things that come up immediately. Everybody's calling NECA. I've been to House of Representatives, House of Assembly to answer queries and things like that. So there are some that NECA is in court on behalf of all of us for some of those things. So all of us don't have to be going to court one by one to get injunction. NECA has an injunction that covers all of us. So when they summon us, we have NECA, should we go, should we not go? They will say, no, you shouldn't go and all that. But some of us will still go because you're afraid, if you're big, they will come after you and you before you know it, you may be in trouble. So, but I mean, you can get, even the advocacy team in NECA can really be, and of course, CIPM, today we see the in our organizations, you have CIPM, today you have to have your practitioner license, for example. So some of us have very stubborn or difficult leadership, maybe not even Nigerian, that may not understand. But with your relationship with CIPM, CIPM can be a cover to amplify your voice, because sometimes these things are regulatory. And when you say this is regulatory, it's the law of the land, you find that nobody can question that. So I encourage us to continue to support our institute and participate. And even let's take the collaboration to a higher step. So finally, the key takeaways for me, I would like you to go with how we can collaborate strategically for sustainability is you must have your shared goals that will drive impact, have shared goals that will drive impact. The willingness and openness to share resources and share knowledge is key. Then you must pursue innovation through synergy. You can enjoy reduction of risks and build a more resilient organization because you don't have to take the whole financial or even otherwise risks on your own. The risk can be shared. And then when you partner in a strategic way, you can influence policy and you will ensure that you are compliant to the laws of the land. So once again, I want to thank the Institute for inviting me. Yes, ma'am.
Please, a round of applause for our distinguished keynote speaker. That was such an insightful lecture. Yes, I'll call it lecture. So right about now, we will start with question. Any question in the house? Online question from an online participant. All right, I had great presentation. So for me, I picked the fact that, sustainability in business is not built on competition alone, but on collaboration. And part of the things, sometimes when it's not about just giving a lecture. She was citing examples of what they do at TotalEnergies, what they've done, and that's one thing we do at CIPM. We don't bring anybody to come. We do a thorough research to see that you can actually deliver on the topic. Yes, that's what we do in CIPM. And that's what you will get when you register for the 57th International Conference and Exhibition. Have you registered for the conference? How many to the conference? Much thing at the back. What's happening? Are you sending your staff to the conference? All right, thank you very much. Any question? Do you have question in the house? So do we mean that we really understand it? She mentioned that something is at the heart of collaboration. Should I give option? A, Estadinyoju. B, technology. C, CIPM. What is at the heart of collaboration? Oh my God, Ma, you've truly delivered a lecture. Please, a round of applause for her. And I was informed that the first company to step into this all is Institute of Work and Family Integration. Where are they? Thank you so much. Please, a round of applause for them. We said 9 a.m. and they were here 9. 10 a.m. Okay, even if it's okay. Okay. Second company. Okay, a round of applause for TotalEnergies, because we are sure that they will bring more delegates to the conference. Institute of Work and Family Integration. We have Beacon Gates in the house. We have Dano Energy in the house. We have Ascentech company in the house. Thank you so much for coming. So right about now, because you know it's CIPM, we value time. We value time. So I'm going to call on the Director of Membership and Market Development, who will come forward to speak on the membership value proposition of being a corporate member of CIPM. Over to the Director of Membership and Market Development, Mr. Olutayo Olawale, FCIPM. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Esther. Good, are we still morning or afternoon? Still morning, so good morning, everyone. Mr. President and Chairman of the Governing Council, Mallam Ahmed Ladan Gobir, FCIPM FNLI, permit me to stand on the existing protocols. Thank you very much, our corporate members. It's good to see our brilliant faces. I can see some making sentences to me only by the look of the eyes. Right, and I'm sure that you're glad that you're here today too. We've had, and again, thank you so much, ma'am, for your beautiful presentation on the value of collaboration. And I'm sure for those of us who are corporate members, we're beginning to now see why indeed we need to be corporate members and the value that is sitting and waiting for us. And at different times, or before I go, we will have to, let me just prepare your mind. We'll call some people at random. I've not prepared anybody to come and share your experience with us. Haven't been a corporate member, what value this has been to you. We'd like to remind us that this is the Chartered Institute of Personnel Management of Nigeria, the only regulatory body for human resource management in Nigeria. And we make bold to say that because if there's anybody else that comes to you and say they have any form of approval of government to regulate HR, just ask them, show it to me. Where's your charter? A gazette of the government has said that. And show me in that charter. You should do that. There's none that can do that in Nigeria as of today, CIPM. And having said that, we'd like to establish our core values so that because you are partnering with us as corporate members, it's important that you know what the core values of CIPM are. Otherwise, we might be running at cross purposes. Number one on our core value is service. It means that we make conscious effort to understand the needs of our people and to provide the service that is required. Number two is creativity. It's important for us that to deliver value, we have to be creative in the way we do things. And of course, a forum like this is one of such outcomes of creative thinking by the leadership of the Institute. Again, we are very, very heavy on respect. We believe that every human being is respected. all our stakeholders and we expect all our partners to all forward, carry you in organization. Will not be happy to partner with an organization that does not respect its stakeholders, either customers or staff or shareholders or whoever is your stakeholder. Because again, it will be running at cross purpose with what we stand for. So respect, we're big on that. And next to that is integrity. Do I need to even say more on this? According to, trying to remember who said, he said, integrity should not even be listed as a value among other values, because it is a value that guarantees other values. Once it's missing, then every other thing else, we cannot guarantee that they're there. So integrity is key. We also expect that our corporate members in dealings have this integrity. When you say yes, you mean yes. Not that yes has some form of additional and appendage interpretation outside of yes. And when it's a no, it's a no. And the reasons are clear. So we expect that we carry this also. At CIPM, professionalism is core to us as a value. We like to be professional in what we do. We strive to maintain professional standards in all we do. That is what we are here to regulate. And we expect also that as a corporate member, that we are upholding these values and working together. Nobody has reached the apex of any of this, correct? But that we're working together to ensure that we uphold these professional standards and we keep them on. Finally, and then you will understand again the theme for this year's conference, teamwork. Again, that's another word for collaboration, another word for cooperation. So these are the values that CIPM will live by. And having known this, that we live by these values, next slide, please. It's not working. Okay, our stakeholders, we like to, again, just share with us that who our stakeholders are. And members are our number one stakeholders, whether individual members or corporate members. And we make bold to say this. Even when we make presentations of this kind to governments, to agencies of governments, we'll let them know. On the top of our list of stakeholders is our members. And that is you, our corporate members. You are in that first list. And again, next to that, of course, we have the governments, federal, state, local government at every level. Please go on. And employers of labor, again, you come in secondly here, but because you are a corporate member, actually you are on number one. And we know that there are some people here who are not yet corporate members of CIPM. Is anyone here already? You are here, but you are not yet a corporate member of CIPM. Don't worry, we're not going to send you out. We invited you. We invited you. Yes, online, I know we have a number that said, okay, you can come and see what we do. And you can then make your final decision. So for those who are joining us who are not yet members, you are on number 3 in terms of our list, but our corporate members are on number 1. And we are not ashamed to say this, my C, correct? Are we ashamed to say our members are number 1 stakeholders? No, not at all. So if you want to be number 1, just become our member. And again, we have other institutions, the institutions of learning. And then, please move on, next slide. Professional bodies. We have other professional bodies that are also as stakeholders. We relate with them. Those who are recognized, those who are established by the charter of the government. We do not partner with unrecognized bodies. If they want us to partner, let them sort out the issue about their recognition. So, and we're not also ashamed to say this, right? So that's who we are. And you can see that when we talk about cooperation here, it is something that we as CIPM, we have lived by. Now, quickly, we'll look at some of the values that we will enjoy as members. Now, this slide is talking about our reach. Please just move on. I can speak through that. We have, at the moment, 32 branches of CIPM across Nigeria and in diaspora. And I think Esther has mentioned already, we have 3 diaspora branches in the US, the UK, and Canada, and more is coming by the drive of leadership, even across Africa. Yes, please move on, just move on. Yes, you can see that corporate membership is one of the key ways in which you become a member. Please move on. And for those individuals who are not yet member, the door is also being open to us. You can see it at the information desk to know how you, as an individual, can become a member if you are not a member yet. Now, this is what we seek to do through our corporate membership, to support companies to establish and sustain what? A structured HR system in their organizations, and to encourage their members of staff to become what? Members of the institute, so that they can also be what? Be bound by professional standards that CIPM stands for. Of course, we support SMEs, and we have some SMEs here who are here seated already, right? So we support SMEs even all through this, and we drive continually for prospective members. Please, next slide. Just want us to look at some of those areas in which we have benefit. Next slide, please. Yes, why should you join? You have access to learning and development programs as a corporate member. Additional programs that non-corporate members may not enjoy. Again, you have brand visibility. As we are here today, because you are a corporate member of the Institute, we have an event like this, which is Corporate Members Forum. It goes into the media. Again, your brand is showcased. Of course, because you're here, because you are members. So brand visibility is guaranteed when you become a member. Business networking. And if you look at a program, I think after now, that's one of the things that we'll be doing. Giving rooms for businesses who are here to be able to what? Interact with one another. And so the CMF is a viable platform for a B2B. Business to business. So you can look around the room. Everybody that you're seeing here is representing one organization or the other. So it's a viable platform for you to build your business network. And of course, access to business tools and resources. And we can go on and on about how this can help our businesses. Now, I think it was the guest speaker that was talking about advocacy. Yes, CIPM is also big on advocacy for our members. And that's part of the benefit you get when you become a corporate member. Of course, these are some of the other things that you have: free copies of the journal, access to discounted rates for every fee-paying program of CIPM. In other words, let me explain this more. For every fee-paying program of CIPM, there are differential rates. When you are a member, there's a rate you pay. When you are a non-member, there's a higher rate you pay. Now, as a corporate member, when you send your staff members to CIPM's fee-paying program, when you are financially active yourself, then every of your staff member will pay as members, simply because you are a corporate member and you're financially active. It does not matter the number. So for an MTN, for example, that has average of over 5,000 staff, if you decide to serve 2,000, if you decide to send 1,000 of your employees to CIPM program in a year, they will pay member rate all through. If Total would decide to send, say, 1,000 to the conference, for example, both members and non-members will pay the member rate. And member rate is 200,000 naira for ICE, for example, and non-member rate is 250. You can do the calculation, 50,000 naira by 1,000 places. How much is that now? Getting confused. Like 5 million or 50 million. Can't remember. Not less than 5 million. Just because you are a corporate member. Meanwhile, your subscription is not up to 5 million. And that's just one area in which you get benefit as a member. Now, again, you have discounted access to advisory services run by the Institute. And of course, you know, these are consulting services that you can get. So you have ready access to CIPM subject matter experts. You know, when we go to pitch for business, I make bold to tell anybody that CIPM has the largest network of experts in Nigeria. And who can challenge that? Because wherever else they belong to, they are members of CIPM. So we have access to them. So, and there's no other organization. So when you have dealings with us in CIPM, we can pool any of these subject matter experts together for you. Just because what? You are a member of CIPM. And these are the values that we get. I've talked about discount on CIPM fee paying program. Now, why do we go to talk about this? Please, next slide. Now, yes, I think Bram was talking about it. So why are we mentioning this to our corporate members? Some are already enjoying these benefits. Do I have any witness in the room? You are enjoying any? So our guest speaker is very witness. Oh, our number. Maybe that's why you are one of the first people to arrive. You're already enjoying the benefits. Now, some corporate members are here and they don't even know why. We will communicate this to them. But you know the way we deal with written materials? We just say, okay. We're not letting them register, but we need to now mention it to you. These are the values you get, which we want you to keep enjoying. And for those who are not yet members, these are the things you are missing and more by not being members. Before I go on, permit me to recognize the arrival of our National Treasurer, Mrs. Ogochukwu Egbuonu, FCIPM. Please, you may come to the front, man. Thank you. You know, I have my for her. I call her my money. Come. All right, please, next slide. Okay, I think we've talked about this. Next slide. I don't want to take too much about time. So yes, we have come to that junction where we will be calling one or two persons to come share what has been the benefit of being a corporate member to them. And like I said, if I've spoken to you about this before we meet in this room, you can raise your hand. Nobody has been prepared. So we'd like to call some organizations that are here. Sir? Okay. By the order of Mr. President, we're starting with Mr. Ajibola, please.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Good. Yeah, my name is Ajibola Bamidele, and CIPM has been a major partner and driver of what we do in Nigeria. We've been beneficiary of CIPM partnership for over 3-4 years. And what I know definitely is there's nobody that is part of CIPM that will not get value for whatever you're doing. I met you today, and that's one of the values because of what he spoke about that he does. So, and I know that definitely immediately came, there's been a lot of networking, trying to meet one or two people that can push what we do. So I guess we've been a beneficial of CIPM, and I know that definitely you're going to benefit also from this. Thank you. And our numbers keep growing every day because of CIPM. So you make money by being part of CIPM.
Thank you. Thank you. Your organization, please. I know, I remember you mentioned by your name.
Yeah. Certification Edge. Thank you.
Thank you. So that is the man from Certification Edge. And it bears witness that their numbers keep growing by the day. Yes, do we have any other volunteer in the room who want to speak? Yes, please. You're smiling. You want the mic to come over to you? Okay, right. Please come over, ma'am. And let us know your name, the organization you represent, and what you have benefited.
Good afternoon, everyone. My own name is Duntoye Hannah. I'm representing Edma Consulting. So concerning CIPM, it has brought a great advantage to my organization. We are into training and development of skill. So it helps us in area of recognition. So our prospects always value this once, as since we are with CIPM, so it gives us more recognition in that regard. Thank you.
Please, thank you. Let's appreciate her. And I'm going to call somebody here. He flew into Lagos all the way from Port Harcourt just for this forum. And that's the representative of Bannock. I hope I pronounce it well. So please come, please. Come and just talk to us about the value that you have gotten by being a member. Thank you.
My name is Amadi Orwell from Bannock Integrated Services Limited. Though we joined CIPM as corporate member, I think last year, we have not explored more, but the little seminars and workshops we have attended have really impacted on our organizations. And we have also streamlined our personnel to attend couples of the trainings, including the 57 international conference that will be coming up. More of our personnel will come up, and the things they have also learned in some of the trainings attended, I think I can see the impact on the organization. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I wouldn't be calling TotalEnergies. We already have our from TotalEnergies, and of course, if there's no value in the relationship, you wouldn't be able to pull a GM from Total. And I think, how many people are from Total here? Please just wave. That's the number of people coming from Total to support our guest speaker. So please, a round of applause for them. Online, okay, we can see, yes. So, and we still have a number of them online as well. We have a number of other organizations online as well. I would like to just wrap it up here because of our time. We still want to give room for us to be able to meet around in the room and again, take the value of you coming here to the next level. But I want to just leave us with this. Let me lean on the prop that Mr. President gave at the beginning, that when your roots are deep, then you don't need to be afraid of the wind. And an evidence that when you are here, you are having a deep root. Consider again the organizations who are corporate members. I won't be able to list them out here now, but we have them in their numbers. The A-list of companies in Nigeria are corporate members. When we come together, your roots are deep. Now, what do you do with those roots? This is what we're talking about. We don't want you to just join and just enlist and then you take off. We're, again, imploring you, the values that are there for you, please ensure that you take this benefit. I want you to picture the dinner table is set. If you don't eat or if you are hungry, it's not because there's no food. It's because what? You are not accessing it. Good afternoon.
Thank you, Director. Thank you. When you're hungry, it's not because there's no food, but there is, all right. In CIPM, we have several dishes, traditional one, anyone you need. We have a lot of programs and we are constantly delivering value. We took it seriously, that tagline. We are taking it so serious. So right about now, one of the things I mentioned is our flagship event will hold October what? Oh my God, thank you, thank you. It means that we're actually communicating. October 27th to 30th, 2025 at the Bola Ahmed International Conference Center in Abuja. And to give us just a 2 minutes of what the conference is about, things you will enjoy, and a lot of distinguished speakers that we have. Just yesterday, we unveiled one of the former vice presidents. Who saw the flyer? People at TotalEnergies, president and chairman of the governing council, sir. I think we might have to recognize people at TotalEnergies. They are so loyal. I'm fixing, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. So I'm going to call on the registrar and chief executive to give us a brief of what the 57th International Conference and Exhibition will be about. And that's our Grammys event. Over to you, Ma.
Thank you, Esther. I think we've been talking about the conference a lot, and I hope you're not tired of us. And we keep posting flyers. I can see you smiling. Are you tired of us? You can never get tired of CIPM. We're your institute and we are here to serve you. And also ensure that we continue to deliver value through people, which is a sign-off statement. So very pivotal to us as an institute is our conference, our 57th International Conference and Exhibition. And we have a lot planned for our members. And for those that have been with us for a long time and for our corporate members, I know a lot of your members as well will be attending the conference. I'm speaking with a lot of confidence actually, because that target is not huge. But we know that we can do it with your support. But more than anything else is also the fact that we are a learning organization, a learning institute, and we're very passionate about ensuring that our members, we build our members in their capacity in terms of delivering value to the organizations and the various organizations where they work. So we have various sessions lined up, plenary sessions. We have our technical sessions. We call them also, so we used to call them master classes, technical sessions as well, giving opportunities for our delegates to engage directly with various speakers. And we know we have a lot of expertise amongst our members and outside. We have international speakers as well coming in. And we also have a former Vice President of the nation, His Excellency, Professor Yemi Oshibaju, SANGCON, also is going to be at the conference. Is confirmed his attendance and as a speaker at the conference as well. And we're still also finalizing other details for distinguished speakers to be at the conference. So I tell you, it's a conference you don't want to miss. I make bold to say, and I'm not being boastful, but forgive me if you think I'm being boastful, that CIPM runs one of the best conferences in Africa. If you don't agree, raise your hands. If you don't agree, raise it, because nobody's clapping, nobody's applauding. And for those online, we're a very classy institute, and we've been told that so many times. Are we not? I'm sure you have some of your members that belong to other institutes. I'm not putting down any institute. I'm only picking up where I belong to and where my salary is paid from, actually. So I have to be, and my boss is sitting right looking at me. And I have a target to meet. But aside from that, is the fact that it's an opportunity for your members, your staff, to actually leverage on the amount of knowledge and expertise that will be shared. We have to give something back to our organizations. If our organizations are investing so much in us in terms of our development, this is part of it. And this is part of what we're going to take back. We always talk about knowledge transfer. We also talk about transfer of knowledge. So after a training or particular event to the workplace, what a better place for you to come and learn. Reimagining the new world of work. It's such a fantastic topic, especially in the current climate that we're operating in. So please, we're saying at this point, if you have not registered, we're here at the back. We're all waiting to register you and your delegates, but also bear in mind that we have a lot of distinguished speakers, and for our corporate members, it's discounted. We've been giving those discounts and it's gradually coming down. But maybe if you promise us you send us 200 people, we might even be able to do more than what is on offer now. So if you have about 200 people to send to us, talk to us, we may be able to do more. And I'm looking at President and looking at NT, our money, and I'm sure she's saying, what is she talking about? But we may be able to even do more because we know the discount at this point for group registration has gone down to 5%. But if you have a larger number, please talk to us directly. We may be able to offer more. So we're encouraging you to look forward to the array of distinguished speakers that we're going to be having at the conference, and also our gala night. It's time for you to take off your shoes. Our conference planning said it's going to be different this year, conference planning committee. So it is going to be different this year. So we have, I mean, a lot of people forget to pack their dancing shoes and their dresses. And we'll keep sending that through the journey instructions. Esther, please remember, pack your dancing shoes and do not book your return flight for Thursday, please, 30th of October. For those people, oh, we didn't know, now you're hearing it. It's not just the learning alone. It's also the fun. It's also the opportunities to meet lots of exhibitors as well. I'm already actually giving them back their value for signing up with us at CIPM. Opportunities for you to access the services that they offer as a benefit to your organizations. And also, don't forget, it's just one person I've mentioned now, one important distinguished speaker that we're having, Professor Yemi Oshibaju, SANGCON, that is going to be there as well. So please join us 27th to 30th of October, 2025 at the Bola Ahmed Tinubu International Conference Center, now called Batik, and it's so beautiful now. Giving you a lot of value for the money. Thank you very much. We look forward to seeing you in Abuja.
Thank you, Ma. The future of work is already here. How many people knows that? It's here already, and it's demanding a new mindset. And that's what we're going to be doing in Abuja. Thank you very much for that detailed introduction to the 57th International Conference. And while the registrar was speaking, some people walked in, or they've been here before she gave a brief about the 57th conference. We have ETC Workforce. Where are they? ETC Workforce. Okay. Mark Timothy. All right, thank you for coming. Then we have Triset. Where are they? Thank you, Ma. Thank you, Ma. We're hoping to see you at the conference too. All right, right about now, we are going into the feedback now. We know that you have some of the things that you've always wanted to tell CIPM and how we can serve you better and how we can also properly communicate with you better. So if you have questions that you must, and also online, if you have questions, okay, someone is raising a hand online. Inene Inoki. All right, can we have her speak? Please kindly unmute her. Thank you. All right. All right, please go on. You can speak now. No, she's muted. Okay, please unmute yourself and speak. Inene Unoki. All right, so while she's unmuting herself, is there any feedback in the room? Any feedback for us and how we can serve you better? So you are doing a fantastic job. Is that it? You're not asking questions. We're doing a fantastic job. A fantastic job. So on a scale of 1 to 100, oh, you have something. We're about to score ourselves 100%, sir, before you raise it. All right, sir.
So you cannot contest the 100%. So I'm just speaking outside of it. I would love to make a suggestion also to the organizers that if there can be an arrangement with one of the airlines to have a discount for those who will be traveling, I think that will also be a perk for those that want to go, so that if that can be done ahead of time. I know some of the airlines will be obliged to do that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. We will be unveiling today or tomorrow for aero contractors. So we're having the final meeting today. Thank you, sir. You will get that. Anything to make everyone come to conference, we will do. Do you have a feedback too?
And also for those that are members of our cooperative society, again, we recognize the fact that these are hard times, and it's important to recognize that we have a cooperative multipurpose society. And I think maybe I'm also advertising them here. For if you have individual members, aside from being corporate members, for our individual members, because I know some are here, there's also the opportunity for those that are members that can get their funds either for flights, for accommodation, funded through as a loan. Okay, let me make that clear. That will be repayable in installments, maybe with a little interest. Again, the details will have to come from our cooperative CIPM, Cooperative Multipurpose Society, for their members. So they're also offering that. So they're doing the group, looking to do the group bookings of flights, make those payments on behalf of their members, and then the members would have an arrangement with them in terms of flights accommodation. So it's not just a huge sum that has to be paid out for the logistics regarding attending the conference. And for those that are not members of the cooperative society, number one is go and become a member. That's the number one thing. Join the CIPM Multipurpose Society. And number two is there is also an arrangement in place for those that are not yet members. But again, that's the details of those would have to be explored. We have, I don't know if Gift is around. We can get her to come up. She works with us downstairs, and she's one of the staff of the CIPM Multipurpose Society. She can give more details. Is Dr. Medu around? Okay, we can ask them to call her as well. Again, everything that we are members join us at the end or at the conference is everything. That's what we're doing. Aside from what CIPM is also doing directly in terms of collaboration with airlines, discussions with the hotels, in terms of discounts, if there is a group number of people attending and the discounts to be offered, and ensuring that we have a safe environment as well for our delegates at the conference. So the choice of hotels, everything else would also be displayed on the website as we go along. So I hope that helps as well.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Do you have any other question? Yes, online. Okay, Inena Inoki, please can you unmute yourself and please speak. Hello.
Oh, sorry, that was an error. Thank you. Please go on.
All right, thank you. So we received a comment. It has to do with the annual subscriptions and okay, swift response to emails on annual subscriptions. Yeah. So for the annual subscriptions, we have the representative in charge of corporate members. Okay, the director of membership wants to speak on that so that they will know who to approach for that.
Okay, thank you very much, and we appreciate you for bringing that up. Apologies for anyone who had experienced any delay in response to subscription notice. For our subscription notice or anything relating to corporate membership, we can always send an email to corporatemembership@cipmnigeria.org, and then we will definitely get a response in time. And for those who might be here, we made a commitment last year because there was a complaint that, oh, some people didn't get their membership notice in time, or they've not gotten. I said that will not happen again, that everyone will receive the notice for 2025 by 2024, before the end of 2024. I think we make good on that. And if you received your subscription notice for this year as at last year, please just, let's see if, thank you. Please, let's see your hands very well so that we can know that there are those who actually receive. Okay. Now, is there anyone here who had not received their subscription notice for this year? As a member, you're a corporate member, you have not gotten your subscription notice. Is there anyone who is here like that online? Please. Okay. That means we have done much better this year than last year. So thank you very much for this feedback. Why we ask for feedback is so that we to this the will of this relationship better. So in terms of subscription notice, we all got our subscription notice. And even for those who are yet to make payment for whatever other reasons, who are here physically, we have the hard copy of your subscription notice ready so that you can take that with you. If you have any questions or inquiry regarding your subscription notice, please feel free to us. We would always respond to you to clarify anything that needs to be cleared. And again, the end of today, we'll be sending a link out to all corporate members and everyone who attended here. It's a survey. We want to, again, look more at what are the things, again, you are looking at. How much of what we offer do you know? And what, again, do you want to tell us? We know there are some people that you will not want to just come and talk in the mic, no problem, because we are keen on receiving feedback anyhow, because that's the only way we can get better. So that link will go out. We implore every one of us to please complete the survey. Please, let's complete the survey. And we're making a commitment that every response we will collate it and then we'll, of course, act on what we receive from that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Any other question, any feedback? All right, so I guess we can score ourselves. Maybe 90%, that's fair enough. 90% is fair enough, yes. So a round of applause for the CIPM Corporate Membership Department. All right, so we have here with us first of all, why the Director of Membership and Market Development was, talking about the value proposition of being a corporate member. The National Treasurer walked in. The National Treasurer of our great institutes, Mrs. Ogochukwu Egwono, FCIPM. Thank you for coming, ma. I'm happy to see you. My day is made. All right, online, we have the Professional Conduct and Ethics Committee Chairman, Dr. Umar Farouk Mohammed, FCIPM, also on the call. And we have the Abuja Branch Chairman, Mr. Daniel Afolabi, MCIPM. And right about now, we're going to take 2 minutes. Please meet with yourself. And by the way, ma, we got a lot of comments, Mrs. Lilian. A lot of people were saying, beautiful presentation. I know you are not online. I just want to give you the feedback. Beautiful presentation, practical insights, and that's commendable. We're hoping to see you at the conference. Thank you, ma. A speaker, oh my God. Oh my God, she's there already. So let's take a 2 minutes networking session, meet with yourself, and then you never can tell who has a question after the networking session. Please, let's meet ourselves. MTN, meet with, Fitting, meet with, yes. Okay, and we can also go at the back for exhibition also. Please meet with yourself. Exhibition also going at the back. Those online, you can also meet with yourself. You can private chat yourself. Yes, you can private chat yourself. Thank you. Please let's meet it ourselves. Networking session going on. Those online, please private chat yourself. How are you? How are you doing? My name is Esther Oju, the team lead corporate communications. I work in CIPM. I love watching, I like reading. I like watching the UK Parliament. I like politics. I like articles that can stimulate my thought process. Let's meet with each other. I enjoy communication. I love public relation. I'm a member of, all right. I'm a member of okay, 1 minute more. If you're online, you can private chat yourself. Also on the call is the chairman of the electoral committee, Mr. Henry Awodele, FCIPM. We see you, sir.
Thank you very much, my.
Yes, sir, we can see you. Thank you for coming, sir.
Thank you. God bless you. Yeah,
all right, sir. The networking session is still on. Those online, please private chat yourself and get to meet yourself. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please, let's have our seats. Thank you. Please, let's have our seats. Thank you so much. Please, let's have our seats. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please, let's have our seats. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please, let's have our seats. Thank you. There'll be more of this networking at the 57th International Conference. Thank you. Please, let's have our seats. Thank you. Thank you. Please, let's have our seats. Thank you. Please, let's have our seats. Thank you. Hello. Please, let's have our seats. Thank you. Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mrs. Margaret, thank you, thank you. All right, please, can we all have our seats? Can we all have our seats, please? All right. Thank you, IT, the sound. Thank you, ICT. All right. We took this networking so serious. And I think it's coming off of the lecture of Mrs. Lilian Somiari. There's something I've learned. In the new world of work, the strongest currency is what? Relationship. And that you will build at the 57th. I cannot overemphasize what you will get at the conference. And you know, I picked something from Mrs. Lilian lecture, but I'm just going to paraphrase it with my own word. And you know, collaboration is about building connections. And networking is the first spark. So I'll go into the audience right now and I'll ask one or two people, who did you meet? What did you learn? Who did you meet? Sometimes we just meet people and say, I like rice and beans. Who did we? Okay, all right. All right, so we will go back to that session later, but right about now, the president of the CIPM Cooperative Multipurpose Society, she's here. I was informed that I saw her, not quite, okay. I'm so sorry, ma. You know, you start at the back. So my eyes was, you know, looking at the back, but now you're at the front. Please, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to welcome the president of the CIPM Cooperative Multipurpose Society to tell us the benefit that you will enjoy from being a member and the benefits also enjoy from attending the 57th International Conference. Over to you, ma. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You better clap for me. We have money, oh. You better clap for the people with Dr. Funke Medu. And I'll just quickly tell us about the cooperative. We pull funds together to do retail purchases. So some of the members that are with us, we've been doing like meat sharing. We are going to the next level of things like electronics, so your retail needs, you can come to us. You get them at discounted rates. And the one that I think you might be interested in, so let me focus on that. ICE is coming. So a number of persons may not want to tie their funds down right now. And ticketing most times is about the earlier you buy, the better likely to be. So we have an initiative for the conference to encourage people to be able to get their tickets now at a discounted rate, at today's rate, time value of money. So at today's rates, and you don't really have to part with your cash immediately. So we will lock it down for you. And for people that also want loans, you can get the payment from us and pay back to us in installments. So those are some of the quick wins that you can get if you are our member. Most importantly, a lot of persons, it's easy to spend money. If you put your savings in the bank, it's still you. But in the cooperative, because of the way the cooperative runs, you won't take your money except you want to exit. But the good thing is it encourages you to keep saving, okay? And your savings is there that will give you return. So we share dividends. So we all have a pot that we are shareholders. All of us own the company called the CIPM Members Cooperative Multipurpose Society. And at the end of the financial year, we all share the dividend that we've all earned from the different businesses we've done. A number of things are also in the works. Like, you can imagine what it will sound like if you have CIPM members, cooperative, multipurpose societies, real estate, housing. You see, the dreams are very big, and all of us, we do it together. So these are so the earlier you come on board, the better for all of us to make these things happen and make them happen together. So a number of other things that you can benefit. But what does it take to be a member? Very simple. Our processes are technology driven. Okay, we have a link, which I believe will be shared with all of us or displayed at some point, or the barcode as well, which you can also scan. It's just a very simple 2 minutes process. You put your details, you pay 10,000 Naira membership fees. You can pay on the portal there if you want to use your card. And afterwards, you buy minimum of 1,000 units of shares at 20,000 Naira per unit. You can decide to buy as much as you want. Once you've done that, you pay monthly contribution savings of 10,000 Naira. You can do 1 million, 1 billion. I'm sure we have billionaires in the house in the making. So you can do that as you wish, but that's the minimum you must have to become a bona fide member. We have a group for our bona fide members as well. And we have regional structure because we also want people to bond, to be able to do things together and collaborate. We want people to enrich their pockets. One of the reasons the leadership of the Institute came up with a value proposition for us as members is also to empower all of us economically. So whether you're at the retirement stage, pre-retirement stage, or you are currently working, or you are even in between jobs, we all want to be empowered economically, isn't it? Especially with what is happening in our economy. We don't want to be caught unawares. Some other initiatives are coming in the pipeline, but these are a few things that you may want to relate with at the moment. When you come on board, when you join our WhatsApp group, we have open Thursdays. You can ask questions. We have a list of frequently asked questions, which we've also answered over time. So thank you very much for this few minutes I'm supposed to speak. The taste of the pudding, they say, is in the what? In the eating. So please, wouldn't you rather join us? We wish you come on board. And I hope with these few words of mine, that I've been able to convince you and not to confuse you that our cooperative is the place to be and that leadership has put this forward as a value proposition for all of us. So let's enjoy it. Thank you very much, everyone. So I'm happy to take few questions if I have to. Otherwise, we'll be looking forward to having everybody on board, our WhatsApp group. Okay, there's a question. For the loan, okay, thank you very much. Would that be all? So I can take, but I can also quickly run through that. So our interest rate is 12% per annum. Technically, that's like 1% per month. Where will you get that? except with us, So very flexible. All you need to do, so you may want to ask, what does it take to access our loan? Oh, by the way, we have a self-service portal. On your portal, you see how much savings you have. So it's self-managed. You can see everything. You can even print your statement for visa purpose. If you have to submit things, you can generate your statement, what you have. Everything is clear on the portal. So you just apply for loan on the portal, and you will see how much you are supposed to pay back. Everything is there. You will see 12% per annum. You can take as much. It's prorated. It's on a reducing balance basis. So if you don't want to do a whole year, so you can apply for whatever amount you want. And for this purpose, for people that want to take a loan with us, it's 3 months we are giving them to pay in installments. You can use it to pay for your conference, to pay for your tickets, to pay for your accommodation. And you can also join our pool of pooling ourselves together to get discounted rates. You can tell us to buy for you today without you parting with your cash. So there's so many things you can enjoy. You just need 2 guarantors. If you don't have the savings that can cover what these are people's funds. So it's either self-guaranteed. If you have a savings that can cover it, we are fine with that. If you don't have your savings to cover what you want, or you are not a member of the cooperative yet, we know you will come on board later, but you are not yet a member and you still want to enjoy the benefits, you just need to have people that are members to be able to guarantee. So we know how to get you right. Yes, sir. Okay.
Number one, the safety of the fund.
Mm-hmm.
Is it under CIPM, or you have board of trustees that are managing it? And then is it registered? Then at the end of it all, if one wants to cash out, what would be the procedure? Some of these things, just to be sure that it is proper authority.
No, answer the corporate governance part as well. So for corporate governance part, we have, according to the legal process of registering the cooperative, we also have another BOT members from the institute that's supposed to provide oversight functions. And interestingly, our distinguished president of the institute is on that BOT. He's also a member of the cooperative. Our IPP is the chair of our BOT. He's also a member of the cooperative. Our VP is there. And we have some other members that are from various walks of life, legal, finance, all sorts, So they provide oversight function. They provide advisory for that. And you see, cooperative also has a way of self-regulating and self-auditing. Cooperatives are supposed to have what they call supervisory committee. They are not part of the ESCO. They are independent. So they come and they do their work. So from time to time, they check our books, they check our processes to ensure that we are doing what we are supposed to do. Then what do we put your funds in? So right now, we know that we want good returns, but at the same time, this is a young cooperative. So we are very mindful of that. We try to go for risk-free instruments. So we do things like treasury bills. We do commercial papers that have strong fundamentals. So those are the things we do at the moment. We have other sources of income generation. Like I said, we do retail products. So we make some income from that as well. We give loans. Loans are totally 100% covered. If you don't self-guarantee, you must have members of the cooperative that covers your shortfall. So at every point in time, every loan we have is 100% covered. If you want to cash out, why do you want to cash out now? But that's a good question. So for cashing out, you, at the end of every financial year, so we had our first financial year full and AGM this year. So we declare dividends to members. And so you get your return based on dividends that we share. You get other benefits anyway from the loans that you've taken. You are not supposed to take your money according to the bylaw and the general practice, except you want to exit the cooperative. Okay. However, you know, we are evolving. I know some cooperatives, very big and old cooperatives, they have a way they allow members to do partial withdrawals. We are not there yet. That is the truth. We are very young. We are just about 2 years. So maybe as we evolve over time, you should come on board. We are looking for people to come and serve. I'm not going to be president forever. So other people also need to take the seat and take it to the next level. You know, we have set the foundation, the structure. We need people to now run with what we've put on ground. Sir, I hope I've been able to address your questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Thank you for that well-explained benefits. You are satisfied, sir? You are coming for the conference, sir? Sir, we are hoping to see you at the conference. All right, so for more details, let's just email the cooperative at Ma, do you want to share the contact details that they can reach you on? Okay. Okay. Ma, you can also share it now. The contact email for contact. And no. Okay. All right, we're going to share all the details for further information. Thank you very much for that insightful. Definitely, and we look forward to seeing you at the 57th International Conference and Exhibition. Thank you, and also joining our cooperative. I'm going to call on the registrar now for a very short announcement, you know, to update you on what is going on at the Institute. How many of us know that there's life insurance individual? Okay, all right. So, how many of you know that we launched the CIPM Leadership HR Academy?
Okay, thank you. Very quickly, just to bring corporate members up to date. We have a thought leadership alert. In July, we released a new article on navigating the effects of JAPA on Nigeria's human resource environment. How many people have actually gone on our website to access that to read? Okay, so that's part of the benefits. It's an insightful read on the effect of talent migration and how it's shaping HR in Nigeria and the general work environment. So we encourage you, and that's part of what you benefit. Please visit the website. It has, we have a knowledge hub section that you can use to access articles. It's part of what we're offering as the corporate members value proposition. So please do that. As a corporate members as well, you can advertise your products, services, HR solutions, and showcase that on our website. We're getting a lot of people actually accessing the website. So that's an opportunity for you to present what you have, your service, your product. So if you want to do that, please contact us, marketing@cipmnigeria.org. Actually, the person in charge of that has been Esther, that has been anchoring this event. So she's the right person in the yellow jacket to grab if you're interested in that afterwards. We have a marketplace as well, because I know some of you are corporate members, some of you are individual members. We have a CIPM marketplace where our members can get discounted products through the CIPM website. Again, that's detailed on our website. Subscriptions, we've been talking about that, but I just wanted to mention, please, if at any point in time, maybe you move offices or the responsible contact person moves on or changes, kindly send us an email so we can update our database. That way we ensure that we're able to issue your membership subscription to the right person. We have the right details, the right address, the right contact details for your organization. That's very important. We have a pre-conference, which I've not mentioned. I think in the run-up to our conference, as we're preparing for our 57th International Conference and Exhibition, we also have a pre-conference training. So we're using this medium to say, would encourage you to send your team members to that. And that's also happening in Abuja as well. So we have the details on the website, and it's part of what is being included in the brochure as well. We've already talked about the conference, and we have the CIPM HR Leadership Academy that was launched on the 2nd of September. I think that's just last week. Again, I don't know how many of us have heard about that. This also relates to our corporate members, an opportunity again to send your team members to be part of the Leadership Academy and get their specialist certification, performance management. We're even looking at public sector as well for those. I mean, I'm not sure any of our corporate members belong to the public sector, but we do have members as well. So do help us spread the word out there. We have specialist certifications, other training that will also be provided through the CIPM HR Leadership Academy. So please do feel free to join us. And we're looking forward to welcoming you. We'll send out more details on this as well to your respective email addresses. Our CIPM library as well, I mean, that's not without, we can't say you cannot access our library. Again, your corporate members. So if you need to use that, again, for your organization, yourself, maybe one person too, please do let us know, and that's for your benefit as well. And we also have other training. Your corporate members, you're responsible for sending your team members on our training. We have a September, October, November, December training ongoing for September, and the ones forthcoming in October, November, December. Please sign up for our various learning and development programs. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ma. And right about now, for the vote of thanks, I'll call on the National Treasurer, Mrs. Ogochukwu Egbonu, FCIPM. Over to you, Ma.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. We are still looking very quiet. Are we hungry? See, I hope you prepared good lunch for us, because you have kept us here for almost 2 hours. Am I right? Okay, good afternoon, everyone. The time we have spent today, is it worth it? Let's just be sincere. Very worth it? Very much. We hope to see you next year by the mercies of God. Okay, on behalf of the President and Chairman of the Governing Council of our institute, we sincerely want to appreciate everyone that have made this event worth the time. You know, it wouldn't have come. When I heard Esther talk about it, that people on the them to intimidate you. Please clap for yourself. All our partners, please let our claps overshadow their own. Thank you. Yes. Thank you, everyone. In fact, our partner that came all the way from Port Harcourt, we appreciate you so much, sir. We want to see more people. Yes. Oh, somebody came from Oshu. Please. Oh, wow, Redeemers, Oshu. From where? Oshu too. Please. Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate every one of you. It is actually sacrifice. And it's also to depict that there is value you are getting from CIPM. One thing, when they asked for questions, I saw it's like, we don't want to say, are there not things we are not doing well for you people? Please speak it out. Anyway, when by the time they will send the questionnaire, you are free to tell us the way you feel about us. So without wasting our time, thank you so much, everyone, for making this event worth the time. We appreciate you. We don't take your time for granted. We look forward to you engaging more with us in CIPM, because we know we are value deliverers. We don't fall hand. Our people will say, the young people will say, don't fall my hand. For us in CIPM, whatever we put our heart and we say, this is what we want to do, we are committed in making that thing work well. Thank you for coming, and to our HQ team that have actually helped us to organize this, to put this together. Madam Registrar, we appreciate you and your team, and we look forward to seeing you more whenever we call on you. Thank you once again, and do enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you very much, ma. And when we say what does dedication look like, then we'll say those in this room are what we call a dedication. And to our virtual attendees who have been here for over 2 hours, thank you all for standing with us, listening to us, and also networking with us. Again, we want to appreciate those coming from afar, Port Harcourt, Osun, and I'm like, wow, this is wonderful. And again, we also want to go a step further to recognize those who place advertisements on our brochure. Fitsin, congratulations on your 30 years anniversary to Fitsin. Congratulations on your new MD and Chief Executive, Mr. Biola Adetunji Adebayo. Please, we send our well wishes to him. And for Clover Harris, are they here? Clover Harris, thank you so much for placing an advertisement. And OAC Interlake, thank you so much for placing an advertisement. Oh, you're from work. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for placing and this thing. We hope to see everyone at the 57th International Conference right about now. May we please rise on our feet as we close the program. And afterwards, we can continue the networking. You can stay with us at CIPM as long as you wish to. Over to ICT. Are we ready for the national anthem? All right. Why they are getting set, my name is Esther Deyoju. I'm the team lead corporate communications for the only regulatory body for human resource management in Nigeria. Thank you so much. And thank you to my bosses for allowing me to host you. And I hope I've done a wonderful job. Thank you. Are we ready? So we're going to do the pledge now. The pledge. My country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest, all my strength, to defend our unity and uphold our honor and glory. So help. Thank you all, and see you all at the 57th International Conference and Exhibition. Let's network now. Thank you. Thank you to our virtual attendees. We see you and we appreciate you. Yes, sir. All right, so one take for pictures. Thank you to our virtual attendees. It's time for photographs and networking. Please, can we serve the refreshments now? The CIPM leadership and the guest speaker. Group pictures, CIPM leadership and the guest speaker now. Please, let's wait for refreshments. And we can also continue networking. Please, let's wait for refreshments. Thank you. Okay, thank you. So after the CIPM leadership and the guests, our distinguished guest speaker, our corporate members forum, representative from each of the company, please get ready to take picture with the CIPM leadership. Representative from each of the organization present here, please let's come for pictures. Thank you. Please let's come to the stand. All right, please. Representative, please, organizations that are here, please let's come for pictures. Please, corporate organizations, pictures. Thank you. For pictures. Okay. All right, please, some can stay at the back. Yes. Yeah. Some people can stay at the back. Okay. Because representative. Okay. Make sure you are here, oh, because you are going to put it. Okay. Okay, so let's break it now. Let's break it. Okay, kindly stay. We will now do your home specially. You'll be the second back. Is this okay from here? This is okay. Okay, we'll break it now. It's okay from here. So those at the back, should they join the second set? Okay, they can stay. Okay, we'll do the second set now. MTN. I can see you, sir. Thank you. All right, the next set. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, the next set of people. Okay, please, let's go. Should we call to the third batch again? No, you can call to the back. Okay. Or we should do the third batch. We'll do the third batch, man. We'll do the third batch. Okay. It's okay this way. No, some people don't want to. We'll do a third batch. Rather than start the back, sir. Let's just done the third batch. Let's do a third batch. Okay. So this is not the last batch. There's going to be a third batch. Okay, the third batch now. The third batch. Yes, you can join the third batch. Are we still many for third batch? We should do fourth. We'll do fourth again. Okay. Yeah, we are two. And we don't want them to cover the CIPM logo. That's the issue. Sir, do you want to join the fourth batch, sir? The fourth batch. Okay. Leave. Okay. If it's not enough, we can do the fourth batch. Sir, please join to that side. Okay. Wow. We have it. Okay. After this picture, the CIPM staff, please get the CIPM management team, then the CIPM staff next. The CIPM management team, please get ready. Are we able to get this? TotalEnergies. Yes, we will send the recorded version of the lecture to us. We'll send the virtual link. Okay. After TotalEnergies, the CIPM management team, then the CIPM staff, please get ready. As you are going out, our refreshments will be given to you as you're stepping out. Thank you. The CIPM top team. Where is Mama? Okay. CIPM HQ staff. After this, we take the media interview. Yes. HQ staff, all HQ staff, please. All HQ staff. All HQ staff. campaign at the front. They can hear. Thank you all. President and the Speaker alone. The President and the Speaker. All right. Okay. Thank you.